Now, let me explain to you the Massachusetts legal system. First, we've got our Dean's College. You're from out of state, and you just might be a police chieftain's officer. Not chief, chieftain. You're in charge of your own ethnicity on a college campus. However, we define your ethnicity by your campus police chief, who has files from your alma mater's patron, your Ivy League school patronizing your same level of education, however, with black bar. Your professors were previously candidates for this Ivy League school, but they served overseas or in a military unit. That person is the undercover rally. Next, we go to the defense attorney. You are a badge, buckle, pistol, hat, and uniform as campus police at a state or Ivy League university. What if you were on drugs and alcohol and your parents have a problem with it? I guess you have to go to a rehab facility and ignore your drug rehab program outside of lying to your rehab program. Prosecutor. Finally, the jurist's bench. You've applied for a form of law outside of criminal justice. You are now a failure as a prosecutor. You get the whole deal for the sheriff's division, but not Berth. So now we have our law students covered. How do the courts work? First of all, we have the prosecutor. That's you, the defendant's advocate. He's trying to get you out of trouble. Second, we have the defense attorney. You represent training to the police, backwards to the point that a kindergartner doesn't commit an infraction making them liable for arrest. You've removed the sexual offense of the system from the tribe of Jacob through police training passed to the schools. The judge lost their defense attorney. Somebody got convicted guilty without plea or not guilty on a felonious indictment. It was within state borders, but states outside, even the FBI if we choose, has indicted your case member. If a federal case, then a potential appellate. If a case passed statutes, juvenile, or controversy, that's the Supreme Court's federal appellate. That means you are capable of rationalizing a case to save the defendant. What is the jury foreman? Most of the time on trial by jury, you're screwed. You have to rely on the judge. The freedom for sentence, not guilty, criminally insane, falsely accrued, a mental patient, deposition, even a chair, the capital punishment out of the federal government, with most merciful habit given to the death row inmate. But what if the foreman disagrees? You've selected an intelligence candidate for your jury. That means he passes it along to his criminal connection. That's me, the son, daughter, cousin, nephew, niece, or the uncle or aunt for a young foreman. Finally, what do we find in the expelled juror? This means this person matches your case logic. However, they are already suborned and a party to an outside precinct. That means you're getting off on your charge. Not mistrial or hung jury, but in fact, we found you influencing our courts. Now, here's the hard part. What is a law school in the state of Massachusetts? You cannot admit international law. You have to pass the bar if from out of state in a Injun man's. A textbook of law of land, Injun, the name Inja with a J and an A for Turtle Island. But most importantly, you have to pass Lexington's Folly. If you selected a juror outside thereof, a State Department of Province and State, both your region, the 6 states of New England, and the state of Massachusetts, the Embassy's Commission on Foreign Trade, you have predominantly failed your case logic. That's for a corporate attorney working as a psychiatric union. You represent an insurance firm. Your job is to show up anywhere in the country and we'll fly you out. We got Mormon money to help somebody out. And if it's an old friend, you found a mutual intelligence worker. You're both in a fictional franchise. You got to be Spider-Man, the most vaunted and beloved position in all of comics. You saved a writer slave from Ohio and Hollywood. And that's the key to the score. That is a Massachusetts lawyer. And if you're thinking of going to law school and you're unsure, Dartmouth is now a publicly accredited law school. It's on public pay stolen from the Israeli Mossad by the JROTC and listed and enrolled at UMass Dartmouth. The dream of the Bulger family come to fruition.